whosoever hears this audio, if they be worthy, shall possess the insight, human, and superhuman abilities of the world's mightiest metahumans. Accompanying this journey of high quality nerd commentary, we got my man Colton, aka Pizza Parker. Talk to the people.
Yo, it's your boy Colton, aka it's me. It's just me.
Just you. It's
Every
the
day.
boy. It's the boy.
It's your boy.
It's the kid.
It's the kid.
The kid Colton. We didn't use Jesus and Mero, nigga.
Yo, I'm dead.
Quiet,
Yo,
it's quiet for them niggas.
yo, dead ass. Niggas wanted to break up at the wrong time.
Yo.
Nigga, it's time for us.
You fucked up, niggas. Yo, we also got the greatest engineer in the entire multiverse, my man Gas. Say what's up.
Yo.
Yeah. And you know it's your boy Dennis, aka Old Dirty Dennis, aka He Who Pods, nigga, aka Kev on Feige, aka African American Adam, aka Meals Morales, aka Greed Richards, nigga, aka the Gang Dynasty, aka the Green Bay Unpacker, nigga, because it's mad shit to talk about this episode. You know what I mean? So, fellas, how you feeling? What's going on? Welcome to another issue of the Mighty Metahumans podcast.
I'm feeling great, man. How you feeling, guys?
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Chilling?
All right.
Yeah? All right. So,
How you feeling?
Me? Nigga, we got so much shit to talk about.
That's a fact.
I've been sitting on this fucking content for this episode because I even want to talk about it on like social media, nigga. Like I wanted to come in here first.
I feel it.
Know what I mean? So all right. So we're gonna talk about San Diego Comic-Con announcements, but before we get to that, the most important announcement that took place in that weekend, you know what I mean? It wasn't Marvel. It wasn't DC. It wasn't Nickelodeon. It wasn't IDW. It wasn't none of these niggas. It was us, nigga. Like, we had, you know what I'm saying? Like, Dennis Plus, nigga. Like, we got a show coming. Know what I mean? We got the Night Deviant podcast. Like, I'm not even going to, I'm going to let my man Pizza Parker tell y'all, like, the shit that's coming with the Night Deviant, nigga. Like, we got shit coming, son.
So the Night Deviant podcast is basically going to be like any other podcast except we can talk about whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be really censored because it's on Patreon. We can do whatever the fuck we want.
Yes, sir.
For real. So be ready for sexy danger room questions.
We going into the abyss.
Be ready for Rule 34.
I don't even know what that is, but okay.
Google it afterwards. Don't Google it now so you can judge me. Just be ready for a lot of nut shit to happen on that show. It's gonna be good though. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be the Night Deviant having a one-on-one conversation with somebody about, like, you know, pop culture shit, nerd shit,
Yeah.
media shit, but also just about real life questions like who you think will fuck better.
All right, we're gonna stop there. We're not giving them free content. They're not getting no free content.
That's a fact.
So all right. So like I said, the most important announcement of the weekend was us. There's a new tier coming to Patreon, Dennis Plus. Y'all, if you a fan of the Mighty Metahumans, you know we've talked about this shit mad times. And now we actually have the ability to make this shit happen and put out a fucking show based on it. You know what I mean? So definitely keep an eye out for that. We'll let you know when that shit drops. Now, everyone else's announcements. We're gonna start with like the light shit before we get to like the, you know what I mean? Like
Facts.
to the grandiose shit. So first announcement, I thought of Gas when this one came out because I knew he would be hype about it, or hopefully he'll be hype about it. IDW announced that The Last Ronin is continuing, nigga.
Yes,
like,
sir.
We
New Last Ronin.
Yeah, we getting a prequel now. So like all the shit that led up to the Last
Why that
Ronin,
happened?
Exactly.
Why he
like,
did?
We getting a series on that now. Like we getting new books. Like they putting them shits out. I thought of that nigga immediately. I was like,
crazy.
My nigga is gonna fuck with this
Let's
shit.
go. Cassie, what up?
Spoken into existence.
Yeah,
nigga.
exactly.
I was like, oh shit, like we cooking with grease, nigga. Like I'm looking forward to that shit like heavy.
That's a
heavy. Next announcement, I'm also hyped because this is the most important Avatar, not that shit that's coming to Disney. Know what I mean? Like Nickelodeon is putting out an animated film.
Yes, sir.
Based on my nigga Aang.
The adult family.
Nigga.
The adult gangster. Soccer back,
nigga. Hair in his
Guitar
chest,
back,
nigga. Like
Toph back,
the
nigga.
gang back, son.
Zuko back, nigga.
The gang
Oh my
is
God.
back, son.
The
I'm
gang is
hyped.
here.
2024. All you gotta do is live, nigga.
That's
like,
a fact. We doing that though. We doing that.
we doing that. You know what I mean? So
This all seems like the best news.
Yo.
But yeah, guys, continue.
So now that was hard. Or you know John Wick. It's more
Yes,
killing,
sir.
nigga. Like
John Wick is coming out. We got my boy Sonata in it.
Woo, Sonata and Donnie Yen, nigga.
Whew.
Nigga.
And Donnie Yen doing samurai gun fu. He going crazy. Oh man, I fucking love it. I'm there day 0.
Dick, nigga. I'm there now, son.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
just
there
put
right
me on
now.
the set. I just want to watch, son. This nigga Donnie Yen's gonna go nuts. So now that we got like the super exciting smaller news out the way, we're gonna go to DC for a second. DC held a very modest very modest comic panel of 2 movies.
It was kind of foreshadowing of what's gonna happen to them.
We're gonna talk about that
yeah,
too. So first movie, I want to get your opinions, like, because I already know I'm biased to the first one, but I would like your opinions. The first movie was Shazam: Fury of the Gods.
So
give it to us.
it's for kids, but those kids look like they 40.
So they Stranger Thing kids.
They Stranger Thing children, but it's for children. But at the same time, what are we doing? That's how I feel like when I watch it. I'm just like, I don't have children, so I won't really have a reason to go and watch this movie. But because I do like reviews of comic book shit, I'm going to end up going and watching this movie. But at the same time, I'm not expecting anything from it. Like, that trailer, honestly speaking, kind of gave me nothing. Like, it kind of gave me like like people with no plan, for real. And we can talk about that later.
All right,
but yeah,
so,
that's how I felt about that.
All right, so for me, I like the first Shazam movie, honestly.
I did. I also like the first Shazam movie.
Yeah, it's definitely, for me, one of my favorite DCU movies, DCEU movies. So I'm looking forward to it. Like, it feels like more of the same. It doesn't, I don't know if they're still hiding who the true baddie is, because I don't see this nigga fighting Lucy Liu. Even though Lucy Liu would beat his ass, because I'm Team Lucy Liu, just to let y'all niggas know. I don't see that being the main plot point. I feel like there's a side story there and an actual villain that they're supposed to face that we haven't seen yet. And I've gone out of my way to not look into news about this because DC barely has anything going on. So I need something to surprise me from these niggas.
Before we continue, I have breaking news.
Breaking news. Give it to me.
Ezra Miller has once again done some wild shit.
What did he do?
Ezra Miller charged with felony burglary after allegedly stealing alcohol from residents.
Jesus Christ.
But continue. I'm sorry, but we know we always have to keep the counter that shit on going on deck. But yeah, them is a fucking menace.
Yo. All right. Yeah, that just threw me off. All right. So yeah. So DC it's coming Christmas season. So I mean, I expect that type of shit from Shazam. The very concept is a child that turns into an adult superhero. He's the Blue Ranger from Power Rangers Turbo, my nigga. Like, there's only so much seriousness I'm gonna expect from a storyline like that. So, like I said, I am looking forward to it. I hope they're working on Shazam 3 because these niggas are clearly adults in this movie. They're no longer children. I don't know if they got 3 more years in them. You might want to start this shit literally 2023, working on the next movie. The next movie, Black Adam, right? I'm going to start this off by saying I'm going to come from a place of love first and say, I like The Rock. I like The Rock. So.
That's so hilarious to start with. I like The Rock. He's a good guy. Yeah, I got it.
I like The Rock because he came from wrestling. So he's a showman. You know what I mean? So like when he came to San Diego Comic-Con and he came in a full suit with the lightning and
floating.
Yeah, he did all that shit. He's a showman. So like I fuck with that because you need that if you're going to jump into the whole comic book realm. Show me you're dedicated. Know what I mean? And he did that. Now, with that said, the first trailer was ass.
The first trailer was very ass.
Listen,
to you it was very ass. But to me also it was like that wasn't even really a trailer. It was really just clips we threw together and showed y'all.
That shit was ass. I was like, no. Like, there's no way. Now, I'll come back to a place of love. The second trailer looks better. Mm-hmm. It looks better. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not going to say, like, this is about to be, like, an amazing film.
Oh, of course.
But it looks better. That much I can say. Okay. So, like, I'll reel back some of the hate because that first trailer was
back
ass.
from a place of hate. The Rock is not.
Take us back.
He's not a good actor.
But this is what I was gonna say, and this is what my point is. It's gonna round out both y'all points, but
From a
also
place of
have
love?
like good.
Okay, go ahead.
It's gonna be from a place of love, but it's also gonna be from a place of real criticism
Okay.
and jokes.
Okay.
Because I said this in my group chat when I seen it, and I was dying because I was like, first of all, we got to get this sentence out the way, because the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to
tired
change.
of that fucking
That
line.
nigga says that every fucking time he
I
goes
hate
on
it.
stage, and I think it's hilarious. 2, I said, nigga, this movie is gonna just be him staring menacingly at people and not really saying that much, because that's all The Rock's movies. He's the strong nigga that's staring. He's gonna hit niggas with people eyebrows,
Yep.
and like then do crazy action, because they actually started working on their visual effects, and that's why the second trailer is so much better.
I swear to God,
So-
if I see Black Adam rock bottom somebody,
I will say though, I am excited about the movie, not thinking that it's gonna be the best fucking movie ever,
it's not.
but because like
The Rock's a good guy, man.
The Rock
Yeah,
is
he's
a
a
good
guy.
dude. He
a guy.
makes solid movies. He makes
guy.
solid movies. I'm not saying
He's a
he's
guy.
a fucking give this nigga Oscar. He makes solid movies, and we're gonna talk about my theory later.
Yes.
but
we'll hold
and
on to that.
he's The Rock.
He's The Rock,
like
man.
he's gonna put the butts in seats. Like, and it's gonna be good overall action. And okay, let's actually go from a place with love, which is why I enjoy it.
Uh-huh.
We're not gonna talk about The Rock. Let's talk about fucking Hawkman.
Yes.
Let's talk about fucking
Those are good castings, by the way.
the fucking
Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate. Let's talk about Cyclone, and let's talk about the other
Adam
Smasher.
Yeah.
Bro, those are great castings.
Yeah.
I feel like they're gonna carry a lot
They're
of
gonna
this
carry.
movie, and I think it's hilarious how like everyone's talking about The Rock, and we know The Rock's not that strong of an actor, but at the same time, everyone else that they casted, I truly believe and I truly feel
Pierce
like
Brosnan
this was
is gonna body that.
this
role.
was a plan for The Rock to take over, nigga. That's why he keeps talking about the hierarchy of power in the DC universe. He means literally. I'm throwing the theory out. I believe The Rock is the CEO of Discovery, nigga. And he bought Warner Brothers, nigga. And he's just the shadow CEO. And this whole time, since he's been saying the hierarchy of power in the DC universe is about to change, he meant literally, not figuratively. He meant, nigga, we're buying Warner Brothers, bitch, and we gonna start this 90-day fiance universe. But I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Go ahead, continue.
All right.
But I am excited about the movie, but I'm not excited in a way where I'm like, this is gonna be DC cinema.
It's not. It's not. It's just gonna be a good. It's gonna. I expect.
You know what? I actually hope that it's DC cinema so that I can shut up.
Good luck, nigga. Because
But it's gonna be The Rock movie. It's gonna be a The Rock
it's
movie, and
gonna
I'm
be a
gonna
Rock
enjoy
movie.
it.
Right. Exactly. So, like I was saying, when it came to DC, very, very quiet San Diego Comic Con for these niggas. Like, we heard nothing about the Flash movie. Like,
I mean, we just heard about the Flash. What he doing in the
word.
streets?
We
So,
have not heard about the Flash. They said nothing about that shit. Batgirl is officially canned.
ooh, that's gone.
Know what I mean? Blue Beetle,
That's
nothing.
in kind of hell, and I hate it.
I hate that.
But yeah,
'Cause I saw
The best practical suit we've seen,
Nigga,
and
it looks
it's
great.
in hell. But
Static Shock, nothing.
we don't know.
Nothing.
We have no clue.
Exactly. So my theory is one, this is all because of the the Discovery merger. So a lot of shit is in limbo, or maybe they're holding some of the shit back for DC fandom. You know what I mean? Because DC fandom is usually around October, November, like around there. So
Yeah.
maybe they holding some clips back. Because I hope so. Because if November rolls around and it's DC fandom, nigga, you still telling me about Black Adam and Shazam, you in bad shape. You know what I mean? Because the CW is over with. They canceled that Gotham Night show. And, well, they didn't even cancel. They
had to cancel that Gotham Night show. Because why the fuck did that exist?
Exactly.
But continue.
The Flash is ending after next season. Like, he's done. He's finally stopped running. This nigga's tired. And that's it, nigga. Like, what else do you have to talk about? You trying to tell me that I'm gonna watch DC fandom for Superman and Lois, nigga? Get
I'm
the
dead.
fuck out of my
Oh
face,
my
nigga.
god. Oh my god. But it's the truth. And I mean the writing was in the wall when that happened.
Yes.
Because like if they weren't gonna go through the merger, and if they didn't know that they were gonna go through the merger, they wouldn't only pull up with 2 movies that are actually confirmed to actually happen.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? They would have
Everything
showed
else is in
Batgirl.
limbo.
They would have showed mad other shit. And they just said, nah, fuck it. We only gonna show these 2 because we're actually getting an overhaul from The Rock. He's buying us. He's Discovery, and now we're the 90-Day Fiance universe. We want to get away from scripted shit. We want to go non-scripted. But yeah, continue.
All right, so now we can start slowly getting into like the big shit now.
Yes,
Know what
sir.
I mean, so we're gonna talk about Phase 4, the remainder of Phase 4, right? So
Yes, sir.
Kevin Feige came out San Diego Comic-Con with his chest out. Know what I mean? And this nigga said, "Yo, I've been telling y'all niggas that there was a point to this. Know what I mean? And we're in the Multiverse Saga. Like they've officially named it the Multiverse Saga. It's the continuation from the Infinity Saga. Now, if you're a fan of our podcast, you knew this already because we talked about this shit. Well, we talked about the doppelgangers in Loki, the doppelgangers in Spider-Man. Like we've talked about this shit. We've covered it. Know what I mean? So it's like if you've paid attention, you knew this before he officially announced it that we're in the Multiverse Saga. So the first thing that we're going to talk about in the Multiverse Saga, because this shit isn't out yet, is She-Hulk. They dropped the trailer, which is kind of crazy because I feel like, again, it goes back to my theory that I talked to you about with Feige being the petty goat.
Yeah.
This nigga dropped like a million fucking news bombs in this fucking panel.
One trailer for She-Hulk,
Nigga.
which is kind of nuts that like it just starts off with like they basically tell you how she gets her powers.
Yeah.
And like it's a car crash and blood transfer, their family, probably same genetics, DNA, blah blah blah. She is She-Hulk now. He's training her to be She-Hulk.
Yeah.
And she's just doing everything better than him.
Absolutely better. And I have a theory on that. Give
But-
me a second before I do that. But yeah, and then they brought up Daredevil, nigga. Like it wasn't even
And then
enough.
Daredevil flips in, CGI flip by the way.
Definitely see
But
flip.
still, he flips in with the red and yellow suit. So
Yeah, I mean-
Daredevil, the other only lawyer that's a superhero, is on deck on the lawyer show.
Confirmed for She-Hulk. Already a flex. Because this was like one of the biggest properties on Netflix at that time. And now he's a cameo in a CGI.
Yeah, that's nuts.
That's nuts, nigga. Like, before he even gets his own shit. So I thought that was mad fire. Of course, my other observation was Wong is never at work. This nigga is never at his place.
How you know he not
employment,
working
nigga.
though?
This nigga's never at work.
He working
son.
though. He working in that moment, but he not working. He working though.
This nigga's a freelancer.
That
son.
nigga do whatever he want, my boy. I love it.
Following that, because again, Daredevil fans, that was a huge moment for niggas just to know that it's confirmed.
They boys here.
Charlie Cox is here, son. Like, I'm loving that. So they follow that news with Wakanda Forever.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
before we even talk about that, like I was telling you before, for the past year and a half, nigga, it was nothing but bad news coming from this movie. Ryan Coogler didn't finish the script. Letitia Wright and these anti-vax shit. She got injured. Like Okoye, she Denai Guerrera, she caught like COVID. Like it was mad shit going on with this movie. And then of course we don't have Chad anymore.
Facts.
So it was just like, this shit is a disaster, nigga. Like there's no way this film was coming out and there's no word of this movie.
Also, clap it up one time for us because we was right again. Niggas brought up Namor a very long time ago.
Yes.
Said that Namor, ever since they name dropped my boy,
Yes.
we was like, the next movie is going to be about Namor.
Yes. So
Go ahead.
now the trailer drops. And that shit is hard. Like
Yes,
I watched
sir.
the trailer, I was like, holy shit, I feel like they pulled it. It would be the biggest red herring if that movie was trash and it was not the same tone as that trailer.
That
Like,
trailer was amazing.
that trailer was good as fuck. Like,
This might be the best Marvel trailer.
in quite some time.
It could be the best Marvel trailer.
The music,
Like just
everything
like
that they
the
put
tone
together,
emotionally, how
Yes.
it just all flows together. It's actually very amazing.
Yes.
Like
they bodied it. Like they literally bodied it. I have nothing negative to say about the
yeah,
trailer.
me neither. I want
Like,
to see
it's
the
just,
movie.
I just want to see the movie.
Day one.
Like it's,
And mutants. My boy Namor got the fucking
Yeah,
wing feet,
nigga.
nigga. Not only that, but we was talking about Thor: Love and Thunder, and remember, nigga, again, clap it up for us for always knowing how shit happens. Like we already knew when we had our Thor: Love and Thunder talk. I said we seen the like Aztec, like god,
Yeah.
like the winged serpent, the big ass winged serpent shit. And I'm sure that's gonna be in connection with Namor getting like the wings on his feet, cause like it's probably gonna be a blessing from a god, bro. Like,
Yo.
and he's probably gonna be a mutant most likely.
So, like I said, we followed She-Hulk with Daredevil making his appearance. Know what I mean? Then we get the Wakanda Forever trailer. We get Namor, the whole Aztec background design and all that. Then they decide to throw in Riri.
Yes,
know what I
sir.
mean, working her suit, and they do the homage to the first Iron Man with him building the shit with a bunch of scraps.
Big
like
facts.
they literally did the same shit with her in Shuri's lab. Mad fire. And then on top of that, here's my question for you. The question that everyone's been asking. Who is in the Black Panther suit?
Shuri.
Confirm. You going with it?
I say Shuri.
I feel like
It's either Shuri or like Nakia.
Yes, that's who I feel it is. But I mean, if they want to do something different, I would put her in the suit. If they're going to stick to the
You know
story,
what? Let me double down.
Go ahead.
It's both of them. That specific scene might be Nakia, but I believe that Shuri's gonna find a way to have multiple Black Panthers, and that way they can make the movie like kind of work. Because there is two avatars to the Black Panther in the comics. There's one that's like with Bath, and then there's another deity that they pray to. And T'Challa brought that up to Natasha during Infinity War when they was on the bench.
Civil War
when they was on the bench.
That's true.
And I believe that she can figure out a way to have multiple Black Panthers, and it might be Nakia and Shuri for now.
Because I take nothing.
And maybe even Okoye and them like might have like some type of enhanced shit.
Because I don't take anything away from Shuri, because her arms look mad big in that trailer.
Yeah,
like, she was clearly working out. I feel like it's Nakia only because of the training aspect.
True.
Because when you see that one scene with the claws, in the background, kind of fuzzy, is Namor. And he's hurt. So clearly, this Black Panther's fucking this nigga up.
Also, if we're going to do parallels of a good trailer, it starts with her on the beach looking at the Namor and them place. And it ends with her, it would be Nakia fighting Namor to protect Wakanda. Yes. It would make a lot of sense.
That would be Wakanda forever, nigga. Like, it would make perfect sense to have her basically her avenging her lover.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a good story. Now they can say fuck that and stick to the comics and make it Shuri. Perfectly fine, but I would enjoy Nakia kind of taking that.
But I feel like Shuri is also going to be a Black Panther. So I feel like it's going to be both of them. I feel like both of them are going to be Black Panther in this movie. I honestly believe that.
I could see it. Only because like I know at some point someone is going to take the mantle, period, and be the Black Panther, and both of them taking that role leads to whoever is supposed to become whoever the final.
What I will say is, nigga, if we watch Black Panther 1, Killmonger and T'Challa were both Black Panther at the same time.
That's true. That is fucking true.
So there can be two Black Panthers.
That's very fucking true. So, all right. So I have one more question before we move on to like where we're going to stay for a little bit. Now, we're going to jump into the future just a little bit. Secret Invasion is coming.
Yes, right? Sir.
Up until now, we haven't really seen anybody that's a Skrull aside from the fact that we knew that Nick Fury and Maria Hill were
the Talos and other person.
Yes. Now, do you feel like going into next year, because this is going to be the final movie of this year, that we find out that somebody in Wakanda was a Skrull, and who do you think it is? Because I mean, Secret Invasion is if the people listen, if you know the storyline, there's got to be Skrull plants everywhere. Someone.
It might be one of the agents that worked in Wakanda. Instead
What's
of
his name?
Make it okay. That white guy.
Yeah. It's possible. Now, to just make it even crazier, I feel like it might be Okoye. If they want to do something crazy, nuts. They want to make a Skrull, like a crazy Skrull nigga.
That'd be
Okoye, nigga. You find out that the head general of this whole whole society over here is a Skrull the whole fucking time.
Yeah, that would be actually crazy. I don't know. Maybe.
That would be insane to me. Like,
That's
I feel
crazy.
like that would be like, wow, okay, like these niggas really infiltrated. Like,
That's true.
know what I mean?
I
Like,
feel like they would more. Well, yeah, nah, that's true.
because like if it's the agent, it's like, okay, well, he was never a part of this culture anyway. But if you have someone on the inside, within like the inner circle of Wakanda, of the top generals,
That's true.
Okoye, that'd be crazy, son. Like, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, that's true.
all right, so now this is what niggas was waiting for. I mean, like, Feige was talking his shit. He did his She-Hulk shit. We already knew that. Then he blasted us with Wakanda. Okay, this is fire. So now he takes us like, yo, let me let y'all niggas go. I'm taking y'all on a ride through phase 5. First film, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania.
Yes, sir.
Now you could talk about this because, let's be honest, we've seen the leak.
Yeah, we've all seen the leak.
We've seen the leak. We know that MODOK's confirmed. I don't know
that Kang is confirmed.
Yeah, Kang is confirmed. MODOK is confirmed. They had like piece of his suit in there. Tell me how you feel. You can go based on the trailer. Like, you just give me what you got.
Well, it looks pretty good. Like, it looks like they'll answer like a lot of questions about like what is this quantum energy shit that niggas is trying to figure out. Like, they did like drop us off at the end of. This is why I kind of didn't like Ant-Man 2, because they dropped us off at the end that, oh, Janet just has powers now. She can just heal everybody, and like, yeah.
Ta-da.
And her little explanation was just oh, well, it changes you. And that was it. And we were supposed to just be fine with
It was
that.
like, hey, bye.
So now we're going to finally get that answer because they're going to have to spend time in the Quantum Mania.
Yes.
And then even if we skip beyond that, we have MODOK now. And MODOK seems like he has something to do with him being changed through quantum energy.
Yes. I like I told you my theory on that. I think it's Yellow Jacket from Ant-Man 1. Like,
True.
I feel like because in their fight, I forgot what he pulled from his suit and made him shrink. Like atomic size, he disappeared. He clearly disappeared into the quantum realm.
Facts.
And between that and Ant-Man 3 would be enough time for him to be there over centuries and like learn the technology, build the suit. He's smart enough to build a suit.
And after being there for so long, he probably absorbed matter, the energy, and that's why looks like a fucking giant head.
Exactly. It would make so much. It would, like, within the concept of what the MCU is, it would make sense that he comes back and it's like he becomes the MODOK. Know what I mean? Like, he was already kind of crazy at that time.
Yeah,
so
true.
him coming back, it would make sense.
But even with the hot shit with like Kang, right? Kang pulling up and this nigga being like, I'm an Avenger, him being like, I'm a conqueror, and him asking Scott Lang, have I killed you before? Like, I've conquered multiple worlds. I've killed multiple people. I feel like that's a red herring. I feel like this is not really a bad Kang. Maybe in the moment. Like, I feel like he's trying to assess the situation because he probably is worried about other Kangs.
Yes.
He might not be good per se, but he might be one closer to our side when it comes to how there's probably other worse Kangs. Right. And I believe that this movie might have 2 Kangs instead of just one.
I agree with that.
Like, I believe that MODOK's most likely going to be working with a Kang, and then, you know, MODOK's, he's smart. He think he better than niggas, so he going to cross somebody.
Yes.
He going to cross the Kang, and he might cross the Kang that we seen with Scott, but then another Kang is going to be like, nah, we shutting that down.
Yeah, because I do feel like them mentioning that Kang is in this movie, I feel like he's not the main protagonist. Like, there's literally going to be someone else that's in the background. Like, he's going to be in the background, and the main villain is probably going to be MODOK because it would tie the Ant-Man series together. And then you have him looming in the background as the big bad that connects all the movies in this phase to where we're going. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what they did with Thanos. Like, Thanos was not
Thanos
the big
was still
guy.
Technically the boss and still the big bad, but he wasn't like the main focus.
Exactly. He was just in the background while the other baddies were doing their shit, and it led up to him. So
for
I feel
him,
like,
so yeah,
exactly. So I feel like that's what we're going to do with Kang. And one last thing for Ant-Man, stature, nigga. Like, Ant-Man's
she's there.
daughter. Like, we literally have the entire Young Avengers at this point. Like, they rolled them niggas out on a carpet. Like, we have
in every
all the
movie.
niggas. Yeah, like, all these niggas are here now. Like, so that is coming. Next movie, like we talked, well, not movie, Secret Invasion. We talked about that. Know what I mean? It's the Skrulls.
Yeah.
Like, we could do a whole episode on who the fuck Skrulls are.
Yeah, we could probably do an episode on that.
Like I said, my theory is definitely Okoye. Next up, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. We have what's my son's name? Adam Warlock. Like this nigga got buff. I forgot what his name is, but that nigga is
My son Cal Kestis.
Whoo, nigga.
Nigga strong as hell now. Nigga's way too strong. I was like, how he got so strong?
This nigga's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Shout out homie that's playing High Evolutionary also.
Yes,
like
yes,
he's going crazy.
yes.
He's gonna go crazy.
Yes.
This is gonna be, I guess, a heart warming story for Rocket about how he was made and who he is. I'm already a little sad about that. And then they said this is gonna be the last iteration of this Guardians of the Galaxy team.
So I feel like someone's dying.
Yeah,
like,
probably Drax.
I could, I feel like it's probably Rocket. I feel like it's Rocket, and it hurt because you know why? Rocket is always the one losing Groot.
Yeah, true.
Now it's Groot's turn to lose Rocket. Like it feels like, because I mean they hinted at Rocket's story, I think in the first movie,
true,
or whatever it was, when he was like drunk and he was like shooting at Drax, and they had like that moment. And I feel like now we're gonna get that story, and whatever that story is, it ties his arc with Groot together, and this is gonna be the thing that Groot loses for Groot to grow up or whatever. Because he's always a kid, like he doesn't pay attention.
Rocket and Groot might. Not Rocket and Groot. Rocket and Drax might die.
Yeah, I do feel like someone's gonna just retire. You know what I mean? But someone's definitely gonna die. There's no way the whole team everyone gets a happy ending. Impossible. Next. We talked about this. Echo. Her series is coming. You know what I mean? I'm excited for that.
They confirmed Kingpin, Vanessa, and Daredevil.
Yes. So her shit is already nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've said before, and I'll say it again, I'm very happy for his show. Also, just because of representation, nigga. Like,
yes, sir.
Native American. She's missing like a leg. Like everybody's getting to see like someone that's like them.
Yes, sir.
In a show, and I think that's fire. And she was badass.
And
I mean, she had powers,
she's about to have the real niggas on her show.
Yo,
so
the realest niggas, son. Like, so her shit is gonna be fire. Loki season 2. We already know Kang is involved.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any major expectations. I don't know where they taking us.
I just know there's something about Kang telling Loki what to do, and Loki trying to stop this nigga or figure out a way to stop the evil version.
Yeah. Next, the Marvels. I am now more excited for this only because
I'm interested.
Marvel.
I'm not excited. I'm interested.
You know why I'm excited? One, we know time travel is involved somehow now.
Yes, sir.
Because
or like some type of dimensional travel. At least.
Because of the Bangle and Ms. Marvel. Now I feel like whatever we're gonna learn about Monica Rambeau is gonna be in Secret Invasion. So like that's gonna be the movie that it's like, okay, we got Ms. Marvel. We already had like several Captain Marvel shits, and now this is a little bit of her story to get you like more amped up for the Marvels. So now you get like all 3 of them together. So I'm looking forward to that because I want to see Miss Monica Rambeau Photon. I want to see her go crazy.
That's a fact.
Like I want to see her go crazy.
She's gonna be like her mom most likely, and that makes her a fucking gangster.
Know what I mean? Like, so I'm excited for that shit. Next up, this is gonna be a very Black historical event. Know what I mean? I hope everyone has their outfits prepared to go see Blade.
Yes, sir. You gotta put on your best vampire gun hunter gear, full leather suit, nigga. I gotta cop leather bootcut jeans if I could find that in some type of way. Leather bootcut jeans, military combat boots that go all the way up. I gotta have 2 swords and some type of gun with a javelin at the end of it, nigga.
It's gonna go nuts, son. I am looking forward to that. It's finally like we know the count. You can start the countdown now. That shit is November next year.
Yeah.
Next up, Ironheart. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Yo, more Black superheroes.
More Black superheroes. Let's get it.
Yo, I'm rooting for everybody Black. Let's just put it like that.
Not everybody, most of them. But like, I feel you.
I'm rooting for them.
I want Riri's show to be good. Though.
No,
I want her to be super cool in Wakanda Forever, and then I want her show to be even more dope.
Yes, I want her to be a star in Wakanda Forever, and that propels more people into being interested in seeing her Disney Plus show. Because I mean, she's getting a fucking show. Like I'm already here for that. You know what I mean? Now the concerning Disney Plus show, even though it's not totally concerning, but like I have a theory on it, is Agatha, Coven of Chaos.
Okay.
Now I already see where you're going. My only retort to it is I feel like this is what's gonna future propel us to a Scarlet Witch movie. I feel like whatever happens in this shit, because it's like there's no other magic people aside from Doctor Strange. So like I feel like she's gonna tie in whatever we need. that'll propel us into, because a whole series based on Agatha, my nigga. Like, I like the actress. I think she's great, but at the same time, a whole series
What
though.
the fuck does she know about doing the whole Disney series in Kanye West voice?
Exactly.
I
my
love
nigga.
Agatha. I love magic. What the fuck does she know about having a whole Disney Plus series?
A whole series though, but okay. Like,
You know what? Like, I guess you could teach us about chaos magic and
Yeah,
shit.
that's
And
what
I
I'm
guess
saying.
you could also tease of bringing back Elizabeth Olsen and
Yes, that's
making
what I'm
her own
saying.
movie. But nigga, no one
whole
asked for
series?
this.
Nobody.
But whatever.
Nobody.
Like,
Let's go
if the
with it.
people are hyped for it, clap that up for
Hey,
y'all.
listen, if it's
Shout
fire,
out y'all.
if it's fire, I'm gonna come in here and call it fire.
Yeah, that's
But
also
going
true.
in is,
I'm not expecting shit.
yeah. All right. Next up, Daredevil, Born Again, nigga.
Yes, sir.
Confirmed.
18 episodes.
18, nigga.
Whoa.
Nigga, that's more than the fucking Netflix shit. The Netflix
the
shit was like
fuck?
11 or 13 or some shit.
God damn.
They
nigga.
let my boy breathe. This nigga's getting 18 episodes.
But you know what that means also.
It's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow paced.
It's not only is it gonna kind of be slow paced, but I truly and really believe that this is them saying that this is the Daredevil wink wink show. Like, it's not only Daredevil. We might see Luke Cage. We might see Jessica Jones. We might see Iron Fist. It might be some Defenders action. We might see Spider-Man. We might see the local heroes like in this shit. We'll definitely see She-Hulk because he was in her shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be one of those things where we'll see
and
Moon Knight.
Friends. Daredevil
Like,
and
it's
Friends.
gonna be one of those things where I'm sure it's 18 episodes because they're like, now that we have the rights to a lot of shit that's gonna be like street level, we can kind of put a lot of those things together, and they can propel a lot of their stories forward where it doesn't seem mad like delayed and whack. I know they see the reaction to people watching the shows,
Niggas
like
want
how
that
it
shit,
teeters
man.
off. Like, they don't have good pacing in like a lot of the shows.
Yeah.
So I feel like with 18 episodes, they're like, we can't make this some super fucking slow show, so we're gonna have to like really make it like comic books where it's like maybe this 4 is the arc, this 5 is the arc, this 6 is the arc. You get what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm with you. I'm definitely excited for that. Next up, Captain America, NWO, nigga, New World Order. Listen, I'm on the side of all my niggas blacks, man.
Yeah,
So like, if Captain
Hopefully it's
America
good.
is black, nigga, like, and you know what? I'm excited for it because the dude that's in charge, that's
made
directing
Luce.
it, yes, and that shit is good.
That's
son.
a good fucking movie.
That's a good fucking movie, and it covered race. And if this new movie is supposed to cover race in any type of way, this is kind of the guy that you would probably want in charge of that because he did a really good job.
Hopefully the mouse will allow him to.
Yes.
That's
so listen, I'm still on board. If they pick them for a reason. Know what I mean? So hopefully
I'm feeling like he's the only reason I can trust this movie. Nothing else.
Exactly.
But yeah.
All right. So next up, final movie of 2024 is no, it's not. Of Phase 5, Thunderbolts, nigga. I'm excited for Thunderbolts for 2 reasons.
What's up?
And I'm gonna go into a real quick theory. I feel like Thunderbolts is going to possibly propel us into a World War Hulk. Now, that goes against a conversation I had with you before about what I think Marvel is doing with the Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
We can have a full conversation about that later. But I do feel like they need a villain. They need a big villain. If you got all the villains together to face somebody, and it's based on Thaddeus Ross Thunderbolt, like, I feel like the main villain would make sense to be a Hulk. At some point, maybe something goes wrong with his little transformation with the Smart Hulk shit, and he's out of control. Who do you bring to stop him other than villains that you know don't give a fuck about this?
Yeah,
nigga?
them niggas are basically the government Avengers. So I feel like it could go
Suicide
multiple
Squad.
ways. They are their Suicide Squad, and it could be like them facing the Hulk, but honestly, I truly believe it'll be like the Civil War II type of situation. Do you remember the Civil War II,
Yes.
Tom?
Yeah.
Where it's like, now the government is like, yeah, superheroes are here, but they're not really helping us. Like, look what happened after all this time. Like, we lost Iron Man, we lost Captain America.
Facts.
We don't really have strong heroes, so the government's gonna fund heroes, and that's what Thunderbolts are gonna come out. And then I feel like the Thunderbolts are gonna clash heads with the Avengers that exist,
course.
and then that becomes a bigger problem. And then I feel like that goes into like secret wars and shit and secret invasion, because I do believe that the Thunderbolts are going to be probably ran by Skrulls or some shit.
So here's my final question before we move into Phase 6. Do you think the Thunderbolts is also part of Valentina's team?
Yeah, they are. That's
Or do you
Valentina's
feel, or
team.
do you feel like that's a separate?
I
Dark
feel like
Avengers?
Valentina is a Skrull.
She
And I
could
feel
be,
like
yeah.
she works
I
with
mean,
the
she was.
government,
She
and they're
was.
making her try to find a dark Avengers team, basically like an evil Avengers team. And she is legit, like probably has other intentions,
I could see that.
like to start. Because in the comics, her history with Nick Fury is like they're rivals.
Yeah.
So I could see her trying to like fuck him over at any moment, like
Right.
on some crazy shit. And then we got to remember Sharon Carter's a power broker. She's most likely gonna have to do with the Thunderbolts also.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. They already been
So
setting up all the little shit.
I do feel like I agree with that now, because before this news came out, I felt it was going to be three main teams: the Avengers, the Dark Avengers, and Thunderbolts. And now I kind of feel like they're compressing those two into one team, like the Dark Avengers and Thunderbolts, and it would make sense because we've seen Valentina twice at least so far, for Yelena and for U.S. Agent, and I feel like that is leading up to this Thunderbolts movie. You know what I mean, kind of like what they did in Iron Man 1 with Nick Fury, when he popped up and he started forming the Avengers team. I feel like she's doing that now.
Also, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like we're gonna see John Walker again in Captain America: New World Order.
I could see that.
Like, because I feel like if they do handle the race shit properly, where people's like, we don't want no fucking black Captain America, John Walker's gonna always try to swoop in and be like, "Hey, look, I'm a white Captain America, y'all. Y'all can fuck with me. Like I'm a U.S. hero. Come on, y'all, fuck with me.
Don't worry about that little killing thing.
Then I feel like Thunderbolts. So here's how I feel like they could go. I feel like Captain America: New World Order to be good can be about propaganda.
I feel like that's where they're going.
Be very big on like the right media is like, oh, they're trying to put a black Captain America in our face because of this and blah blah blah, and that's not how we're supposed to do it. Then we have people like John Walker and shit, and then people are gonna panic because they're gonna be like, this black Captain America is nothing like Steve Rogers. He don't even got the serum. Like, we supposed to trust this nigga? Like, no. And I feel like that's gonna give rise to the Thunderbolts being a legitimate thing. Because they're going to be like, we really can't. Because think about what everyone has been saying, even the jokes. Like, what is this Avengers team?
I want to get into that.
What are they protecting, right? Like, who are they protecting? And I believe that if they did this Captain America: New World Order properly, it would be like, that would be the consensus with people in the MCU universe that's not superheroes. They're like, this team is not shit. Y'all are not doing nothing. Niggas are mad off world all the time. They can't we have teenagers running around as superheroes. Like, we need some adults here. And then I feel like the Thunderbolts are gonna get funding from the government and count what's her name? Vanessa Valencia?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's gonna get funding. She's gonna start the actual like Thunderbolts, and that's gonna lead into the next movie. It's gonna be like movies that's kind of intersected. And if they wanted to make it even more hot, it could be like those movies intersect around the same time. It just shows the side from Sam receiving propaganda and trying to fight through it. And then the Thunderbolt side will be them putting out the propaganda so that they could get funded and be hot.
And it's definitely possible because Captain America NWO comes out May 3rd, 2024, and Thunderbolts comes out July 28th. So they're not that many months apart. So if there's a connection, it's not that hard to tie those two together and then just do the movies like a couple months apart. So, I mean, I'm not knocking it. Like, I don't have enough theories yet. Like, we were just taking in all this information as this nigga was dropping it, which is a lot of fucking information.
Yeah, big facts.
So, final thing that we need to talk about. Phase 6. He only gave us 2 fucking films.
And these are big names.
Nigga. This nigga said... No, 3. Sorry. Fantastic Four.
Jesus.
Confirmed.
Yes, sir.
And Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars. Definitely happening.
Yes, sir.
And those 2 are happening in 2025. Give me your thoughts.
I'm very excited for that because that really kicks shit off from just a art looking perspective alone and looking at things. Marvel, they be throwing shit in our face low key with just the title.
Yeah, the colors.
The Kang Dynasty color scheme is dead ass like Kang Wars, and then the Secret Wars color scheme is deadass Doctor Doom. And then they're dropping Fantastic Four before to show that like we establishing that like listen, Nathaniel Richards is Kang. That is a descendant of Reed Richards. They have to show you Reed Richards at some point.
Yes.
Like we have to explain to y'all the first family, like why even anything happened.
And on top of that, they've already confirmed that Fantastic Four is not an origin movie.
Yes,
They're
sir.
already the Fantastic Four in this film. So we're skipping, because I mean, realistically,
We might as well,
don't have
though.
the fucking
Niggas
time.
know
son.
him. They
we
know
don't
them.
have the time, son. Kang is here. Like, we got shit to get to. Like, we can't worry about where this
Even
shit started.
funnily enough, movies like Multiverse of Madness, I know you hate it.
I didn't hate it.
The
but,
nigga Strange shit didn't y'all chart in the 60s
that's true.
when he seen Reed Richards.
Yeah, that's true.
So he knows that these niggas exist. So they throw in little like funny quips and jokes here and there, but it'd be like, damn, okay. Y'all did throw something in there to be like, all right, didn't y'all? Come on, nigga. We know y'all niggas. Y'all old. Like,
So definitely for me, looking forward to Fantastic Four, mainly because I need to know who they casted. Like, I want to know who these people are. Like, who did they sign up for these roles? Kang Dynasty, nigga, is Kang. Like, I'm trying to see this nigga go. I want to see this nigga be a thorn in these niggas' sides, son. Like, that's what I want to fucking see. And then Secret Wars.
I feel like Kang Dynasty is what Kevin Feige was talking about, though.
Yeah.
When he said there's no one else shoulders, I'd rather put it on. Like, wait till y'all see all the different characters that
Yes,
Jonathan
because
Majors plays.
he
I
can
believe
do that.
Kang Dynasty
It's
is mostly gonna be this nigga acting with himself.
Yeah,
I think an
body and
Oscar
roles,
is
man.
incoming, nigga.
bodying these roles, son.
It's gonna be crazy.
And then Secret Wars, very ambitious.
Yes,
Very fucking
super ambitious. Because then
And-
that means by that point, every piece is in play.
Exactly. Like, everything that they want for this has to happen before then. Like, this is huge. This is bigger than Infinity War. Like, this is like one of their biggest storylines.
Hopefully.
Like, hopefully. But what also made me excited about it is the director. Now, we don't get the Russos, even though they've hinted for years that if they were going to come back to do another Marvel movie, it would be Secret Wars. That's what they wanted. Apparently, they're not coming back. So the person that they got in charge is the director from Shang-Chi. That is a good sign to me because he went crazy in that movie.
It's for action.
Yes.
And it's for big scale action
And
too.
he can
and he
do that.
proved that he can do kind of both, like the
Yes.
hands shit and like the bigger scale action.
Yes. So I am on board for that because I trust him. Know what I mean? So those are the three.
He's lucky that he got to show mystical shit.
Yes.
Because if he didn't, then I wouldn't really trust him. But he did.
He did. All right. So here's my final.
But
thing.
I honestly believe Ryan Coogler could have did Kang Dynasty.
He probably could have.
But yeah, continue.
My only thing with Ryan Coogler is his action.
Yeah.
I'm concerned about that. He could tell a story, but I don't know.
They
about his
could have
action,
sent like another team to work with him for that action.
They could have did that
I
with
feel
Black
it, though.
Panther too, but
Yeah.
they didn't.
We're gonna see in Wakanda forever.
Yes. All right. So here's my final thing to talk about for Phase 6, and we can
Okay.
wrap. We know what 3 of the films are, right? Because he said there's several other films that's coming out in series, I guess. Do you want to take a stab at what else you think is coming out? That
Oh, it's definitely
within
a
that Phase
Spider-Man
6?
foe. That's gonna
Okay.
be more street level. I feel like we're gonna meet Jefferson Davis and Miles Morales and that shit.
Okay.
It's not gonna be nothing prominent. Like I don't think Miles is gonna get his powers immediately. He might get it in the post-credit scene.
Okay.
Who knows? But I believe that they could very easily do like a PS4 Spider-Man type of story where like Spider-Man is like struggling. He's out here already on the streets. He's with Jefferson. Jefferson dies in the movie. He like feels like indebted to his son to be like, damn, maybe I should like, fuck with him. And yeah, I believe that is one of the movies. And also they're gonna sneak in him getting the symbiote too. Like he's
okay.
gonna go through his bad side.
You gonna do the dancing?
He gonna be dancing. He gonna be he gonna be rapping in this one because it's for the future. He gonna be doing TikTok dances, nigga, like sexy TikTok dances, like a bad boy. And people gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this nigga? Why he doing this?" But yeah,
All right. So here's some of my guesses because I definitely had to sit and think about this shit. So I'm with you with Spider-Man, but except I don't think it's the movie. I think it's the show, the Disney cartoon, the freshman year. I think that's one of the Disney Plus shows is dropping in Phase 6.
oh, they said that's dropping already.
Right? Armored Wars.
Okay.
Like, I feel
I
like
feel like Armor Wars
is
is
part
definitely one of
Phase
them.
6.
Moon Knight 2.
I do think Wakanda the series.
Yeah, the Wakanda series is
I think
coming.
that's also
the
coming.
Okoye John.
Yeah.
I feel like the 10 Ring show is coming.
That's next to my. So I also have. I actually have Shang-Chi 2 because I feel like by Phase 6 we're talking about like 2025.
Yeah.
Like he's due for a sequel. By
Yeah,
then.
that's
like,
true.
That shit came out like 2019, 2020. Like he's due for a sequel.
That's true. That's true.
I do feel like Jessica Jones is going to get her series finally. Ties into what you were talking about with Daredevil and 18 episodes. She probably pops up. She gets a series along the way. It makes sense for Phase 6. I think we finally get Deadpool 3, nigga. Like
we do.
This nigga's in the gym. I saw him on Instagram. This nigga's
they started working on
it. Yeah, like he's working out. And my final pick for a Phase 6, Doctor Doom, nigga. Like I feel like Doctor Doom right before Secret Wars. Only because Howard Stern confirmed that he was a part of it by mistake.
Yeah.
Like his mic wasn't on. Even
I
though I don't believe his mic
also
not being on.
say, if there's a shot in the dark that I can make,
shoot, nigga.
because we seen Ebony Blade, we seen She-Hulk, a Ghost Rider, some type of Ghost Rider movie that could come out. Or Ghost Rider maybe series. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of like I feel like if y'all gonna bring in Agatha and demons and chaos magic
It's
and
only a
all
matter
that,
of
y'all
time.
could bring Ghost Rider, nigga.
Yes.
We need the penance there,
We need
nigga.
it. We need it.
Come on, man.
All
There's
right.
demons
So
afoot.
you got any final things to give us before we wrap?
My worthy for this entire thing is just how much companies be full of shit. Like that's my real worthy. My second worthy is for the high creative power in the DC universe about to change, because that nigga says that every time, and I know he wrote that to put in his contract. My third worthy is shout out The Rock for copping WB, man, as the CEO of Discovery, man.
What, NBC?
Yo, he did it. Like they didn't catch this nigga, son. They didn't catch this nigga. He
They
bought
didn't
it.
stop him. They
And
didn't
then
stop him. It's too late.
my fourth worthy would honestly just be Jonathan Majors and son who's playing High Evolutionary, and everybody black, honestly, and like the people of color also. Like I just love that like niggas is getting love. Like everybody's getting love. Like like it's not only like a bunch of white people anymore.
Facts.
Like it's lit.
It's lit. All right, so my worthy, first worthy, going all the way back to the beginning of the episode, nigga. Last Ronin, nigga. We
Yes,
getting
sir.
a fucking prequel.
Yes,
That
sir.
is top of my worthy.
Yes, sir.
Second on my list is like I said before, my son Aang, 2024. We getting an Airbender movie, nigga. He got hair on his chest now. Third worthy, Kevin Feige for shutting niggas the fuck up, nigga. Fourth worthy, just getting my son Charlie Cox back, son. Like I know he loved that role, son. Like you've seen after they canceled the show, he went on Instagram. He was like always posting shots with the helmet. He's happy to be
back. He wants to be back.
He wants to be Daredevil, and now he has his opportunity in a bigger play box. So I'm excited for that. Those are my worthies. Like that's all I got. So this has been another issue of the Mighty Metahumans podcast, providing you with high quality nerd commentary. Subscribe, leave a review, tell a friend. You know, we already got the Patreon, you know what I mean? Gene Lantern community. Shout out to y'all. Dennis Plus on the way. The Ninth Deviant podcast on the way. Know what I mean? You can find us on all social media sites as The Mighty Metas. You can find me on all social media as Old Dirty Dennis. That's OLDIRTYDENNIS.
The dirtiest.
The dirtiest. And you can find my man Colton.
The Colton Show __ on Twitter, and then the Colton Show everywhere else. Instagram, YouTube, everywhere else, man. TheColtonShow.com.
Support my boy. Give us some final words. Send us home.
This is Feige. Him to Rosario Dawson. when she was like, there's a Punisher show coming out.
Yo, we out.